King Alant the 12th.
betray your souls. Do come back alive. I need your business.
I'm stockpiled up when the Scourge came my wife, but I would be happy to lighten you. When the Scourge came, I wish I could do more. That candle maiden cared for me during my first days here. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. Poor girl. Trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her. If only something could be done to help. Best of luck to you.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the Archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria? You came for demon souls? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here. As long as we keep slashing up demons.
So. No mic. Asterisk ca asterisk this is awkward. BRB.
Is this better? Ooh, I think I figured it out. Ooh, I think I figured it out. There we go. I think apparently my mic was muted. Sorry about that. But yeah. I did not mean to do the forward R1. That's okay. Om nom on grass. Do. Ink. Good old firebomb. Yes.
Solo.
Yeah. I figured out why not. Plus, I can get my thoughts across a little bit better. Haha! Boom, boom. There we go. So yeah, the weapons I'm gonna go for is probably the Uchi-Katana. Maybe hiltless. Blind would be a really good weapon too. It's Blind is a curved sword that can go through shields.
Fox is still angry.
I don't blame her. Hopefully, hopefully things will be better. I doubt it, but I'm not gonna let that kind of, like, let that, I guess, detract from
Though it like
any of
doesn't
this.
help, the other day she was watching a Demon's Soul stream and she invited me.
Okay.
And someone in chat mentioned glass cannon and tank builds.
Right.
And it set her and 20 people off.
That's... a build's a build. You know? My first character wasn't necessarily a tank build, it's just a build that had high vitality and high faith. So I was more of a faith build than tank. But, like, that doesn't detract from her character's, like, her build at all. And, like, you know, she could cast spells, I couldn't. All I could cast was miracles. And, well, to be fair, in subsequent new games, glass cannon builds aren't the most viable, but I'm not going to say that you shouldn't do it. But anyways, this is a dex build, so...
20 people were literally says, they are not the same. You cannot compare. But so aggressively.
Right, I mean, like, okay. Maybe, like... You can make a tanky glass cannon build. It's possible, but I mean, like, the whole term for glass cannon is like having low health and doing a ton of damage. But who's to say you can't make a heavy hitting tank build that does almost exactly the same kind of damage output as like a normal build?
Wouldn't it be more of a jack of trades build?
Not necessarily. Like, you could probably still do a ton of damage with, if you level up, like, vitality and, like, magic, so that your spells can do more damage. But, a jack of all trades build would be like your build would be able to cast miracles, magic, and be good with like strength and dex weapons. That's like a quality build at this point. And Fox hates quality builds where I'm like, they're pretty good. The fact that you can use any kind of weapon, it's pretty awesome. Oh, excuse me. And if Fox hates me for like co-oping with her, then whatever. It's just a video game. And, like, who cares if, like, world tendencies or character tendencies messed up? It's just a mechanic in the game that's like, hey, you can either get more healing items, or you can get more upgrade material, and more souls, or less souls, depending on, like, what you end up, like, doing. If that makes any sense. I'll try to explain world tendency in this playthrough as best I can.
I don't know enough about Demon's Souls since I have not played it.
That's fair. I'll do my best to explain all the mechanics to you.
I still think of everything the 20 people were talking about.
I gotta go with this outfit. But yeah, it's like, people don't need to be up in arms with builds.
World tendency kinda seems to matter with certain builds.
It really doesn't. Like, the only thing that world tendency matters is getting certain items.
To argue with 20 people.
Right, you don't need to. Plus, it's over something that's like so minuscule. If you can make the thing about Souls games, you can make any build you want. It doesn't matter which one's better or which one's more like viable or anything like that. It's more about having fun and doing what you can with the stuff you are able to use. You know, world tendency only affects like certain items you want to get or like weapons, you know. So, for example, I go to Shrine of Storms, and I can do Black World Tendency. That will allow me to fight the character Satsuki, or Satsuki, and I'll be able to get the Hiltless from killing him. But there's a far easier way of getting the Hiltless, going through the second part of the Shrine of Storms, and going through like this little cave with slugs in it. And you get the Hiltless, which is a katana that doesn't have the circular guard, And its mechanic is that every time you hit something or swing the weapon, you take like a hit point off of yourself. You know what I mean? It also affects what drops you get, whether it be healing items or consumables or upgrade material. So pure black allows you to get more souls and upgrade materials, but also it makes you take more damage and do less damage overall as a soul. And it summons like Black Phantom version of enemies or NPCs.
A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, pray thee, fend off these dreglings.
Alright, let's go kill some dreglings. Hey, Ostrava.
My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Boletaria. Accept this as a token of my gratitude.
Gonna yank that. And then we can get the scimitar, like so. So we have 2 curved swords. Nice.
Seems like the extra enemies are harder, and like I hate to imagine on NG plus or NG plus plus or even anything higher.
Oh yeah, the extra enemies are definitely harder. And on new games it's difficult, but it's not impossible. Like, okay. Like, by the time you start, like, NG+, you should have, ideally, 40 vitality. Or 30 at least, you know? Because it's kind of like Bloodborne in a lot of ways. Like, subsequent new games in Bloodborne are tougher, you know? So that's why I tend to like Demon Souls a little bit more than the Dark Souls trilogy. And I enjoy Bloodborne a lot. It's because Bloodborne reminds me a lot of Demon Souls' plot, kind of. Whereas Dark Souls, it's fantastic, don't get me wrong. But it doesn't, well, pun intended, it doesn't have the soul in it like the original, like, well, Demon Souls or Bloodborne. And this is why I level up vitality in every Souls game. No matter what build I'm doing. Ooh. This should give me like a bit more protection to Soldier Shield. I love the parry pass animations. So good. Nice. Oh yeah, and if I equip the Falchion in the left hand, I can do this. I can parry with it. So let's try that a little bit.
There is a lot that is on my mind with this stuff and what I have seen so far. I can't explain it.
Like, Well, what's the first thing that comes to mind, Crow?
Lady Maria knows more of this stuff, and well, she went down hard after getting the vaccine.
Oh God, yeah. Ugh. Hopefully that she feels a lot better soon. Now where's the dragon? Dragon should be showing up. Yes, burn the bridge, dragon. But yeah, to be fair, like,
Although she would probably end up arguing with your logic.
well, I mean, I also played the Soulsborne games pretty extensively as well. So, I'm not going to get into that because that just brings up kind of not even a toxic mindset of me. That just kind of brings up just it's kind of really dumb.
She played the Soulsborne games too.
Yeah, and I'm not going to.
Them actually.
Yeah, same here. Like, I've played Kingsfield, and I've played Eternal Ring.
Even Souls-like games.
Yep. Mortal Shell's one of them I played. Code Vein, another. I don't really like Code Vein. And I enjoyed the hell out of Mortal Shell. But, yeah, just because you've, like, played the Souls games and whatnot, it's, like, doesn't mean that you treat someone like an idiot in which she was doing. Anyways, again, that's brings up a mindset that I don't really like going down. Because, not gonna lie, deep down I do also have a superiority complex. I try not to have that. But yeah, that's my main gripe about talking to Lady Maria. Like, she was treating me like I didn't know what I was talking about, which is ridiculous because I do know what I'm talking about when it comes to Souls games. Because I played all of them. Yeah, sorry, again. I don't like talking about that stuff because it's... What's the point of getting frustrated and irritated?
I could explain stuff.
I know. All you have to do is just do your best, you know? Like, I'm not the best at explaining stuff.
Want this stuff fixed.
I know, me too, bro. I don't like it as much as you don't enjoy that, too.
I will tell you that, but like.
We'll see what happens. You know, I've already apologized to Fox. for helping her in PV in co-op. Like, I get where they're coming from too, because I've played these games as well. But it's just, what's the point of getting so irritated that you end up like ruining a friendship?
Not an aggressive person unless they talk about history.
Oh yeah, for sure. See, I'm not an aggressive person either unless someone mistreats my kindness, you know, and like takes advantage of it. And also treat me like an idiot, like I don't know what I'm doing.
If someone purposely makes racist comments or history wrong, I become a real bloody crow about things.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, so I don't care if Fox forgives me or not. I really don't. It's such a dumb situation that it shouldn't have escalated like that.
Oh, good day. I can forge weapons for you. Do come back alive.
But like,
Mm-hmm. I know you are. I'm hoping it does fix itself. I really do. But I'm not expecting anything, to be honest. You know, I didn't technically need Fox's help to play through Demon Souls. I just wanted to play the game that we both enjoyed and have fun with it. But I guess he doesn't like getting the same sort of treatment, you know, getting help through areas. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. As much as I love it, I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. And also the sound effects. There we go.
Now you must have you the strength. Yet the old one.
I love the soundtrack of the Nexus. It's so good. There we go. Nice. That's one item. Now there's one more. That's up top. I think it is that one. Got it. That killed me? What? That's a weird fall. That shouldn't have done that, but okay, this works out because, hey, I'm in soul form. Let's go grab my souls. What you thinking there, buddy?
Brave, pretty.
Still trying to figure out a way to explain.
Yeah, take your time, buddy.
What is it? See the sound? Of course. Go. Let these back. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul
I can like write stories and stuff full details, but something I just can't explain.
might be mended. So the world might be mended. Art, may they strong.
If I had Mikolash's confidence, this would be so much easier.
Well, I don't think it's just confidence. That's not always everything. Dang. Okay.
Well, I don't know how to explain. I think I am also kinda afraid to try and explain, and I never know where to start.
Well, I don't think you should be afraid, especially when you're like talking to me. I'm a very like patient person. Like all you can do really is to do the best you can, you know.
Sometimes I don't want to seem like a major bloody crow either.
Oh, I get that. And yeah, you don't have to feel like that, you know. I know you're not. You're a very chill person. Jesus. So let's grab all the items I can grab. Like that, the Khaleej. The Khaleej is a solid weapon.
I could probably invite Mikolash or something.
You probably could, if he'd be down for that. But, that's up to you. I won't mind.
I'm not sure if he is at the hospital still with his father and sister.
Well, if anything, we should let him deal with that, I'm sure.
Like he knows what's going on enough.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't need the... I don't think he needs more drama, you know. Hello, person who has entered the...
Morty, although to be honest with him.
Fair.
I can't understand British slang at all.
Oh, it's all good.
Hi, NEC.
Hello.
Not asterisk asterisk.
It's all good. How's it going, Rose?
Hi.
Hiya, how's it going?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But he knows what's going on too. Just the language barrier.
Yeah. I kinda get British slang. Kinda.
He has strong British sentences like it's
Yeah, right.
Wow. I'm not going to ask.
Yeah, apparently Fox is still upset. So, that's what Crow and I were talking about earlier.
too confused about things. I just want to fix the situation.
Yeah. It's gonna take time. I already apologized to Fox, as I said.
Me too, pro, me too. Also saw a stream with like 30 people before and like Build set those people off too. I know Build set Maria off too.
And to be honest, it really
Stuck in the
shouldn't.
middle.
To be honest, like, Bill shouldn't set
And I'm
anyone
just
off.
very confused pro here.
Yeah. I'm just a confused Dark Lord of the Sith.
Also because I never played this game before either.
Right. I'm getting literally roll caught by skeletons. That's fine. It's fine.
I might
already-
understand more if I played PS3 or this version, but I haven't.
Yeah, honestly, like, the PS3 version's good.
I can't afford a PS5.
Right. Like, the PS3 version is really good. It's just you don't have, like, the online, like, co-op and whatnot. Which, I mean, whatever. It's Demon Souls. It's pretty much literally the same thing as the original, just with a couple of,
Games
like,
I
new
get
stuff.
are actually from people from my university.
Ah, fair. Very nice. Let's do this. But yeah, fair.
Like someone gave me Spyro Trilogy.
Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome.
I was playing that for a little bit,
Spyro is fantastic. I love that game.
but yeah.
Let's go to...
I still can't really afford much.
Yeah, I get that.
So no PS5 and I don't think I can even buy a PS3 anymore.
Oh, buddy.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it could definitely be worse. It's not like you really need a...
I've been banned for 220 years like my friend Analyze on PSN.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
She got banned for hacking games and accidentally had her thing on online showing. And PlayStation caught her.
Yeah, and what's annoying is that... Oh god, this is really bright. I am sorry. What's annoying is that people who do hack the games on purpose and do play online on purpose don't get punished for it. And that irritates me.
but like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bunch of garbo. I screwed up. That's fine. That's fine. 648 souls, that's fine. I can make double that. It's fine. There you go.
So I don't really think I will ever properly understand this game unless I play the games.
Yeah, I mean, think of Demon's Souls and Bloodborne kind of feeling similar, except there's no trick weapons or anything like that. Like, you still have to farm for like healing items, which are a lot more of. Yeah. There we go.
Which actually that one stream, an amount of people were asking me about Bloodborne advice which I can give them.
And that's awesome. It's super cool that you are able to do that.
At the Demon Souls conflict I don't know what to say.
Right. All I have to say about it is that Demon's Souls is a really fun game, and there's some mechanics that are kind of weird. I'll give it that. But overall, it's not too confusing. Because, I mean, me playing the original before, it helps. There we go. Ow. Haha, take that, official. Yoink. Yoink. Mm. All right. That's interesting. Never seen them do that attack before. All right. There we go, Jesus. Yeah, these things are only affected by Pierce. Hey, Mikalesh! How are you doing?
given a link.
Ah, yeah, Crow sent you. Yeah, he told me that he'd do that, but he had figured that you might have been busy.
Food.
Yeah. Nice.
I was checking on my father.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He is doing fine.
That's good. That's very good.
He has been in the hospital for about 6 years.
Oi.
But sometimes they let him out every once in a while.
Yeah, and that's always good.
He sent oxygen machines and will make me sick for a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad your dad's doing a little bit better.
So,
Yeah.
yes, crowd.
This is therapeutic. Just doing roll backstabs on each of these boyos. And then a parry to end off that streak. So we can do this. Pull the crank. And that opens up the gate up there for us to progress. And also earlier, Crow told me that Fox is still very much upset, if not more so, because of she watched a stream that people were kind of like 20 people were getting up in arms about builds being like the differences between like a tank and a glass cannon build, and that kind of made her more upset. Same with Lady Maria.
Of course Fox is still upset.
Yeah, have you gotten more like, I guess, I don't know, information on like how or why she's upset. I can't. It could be like a multitude of things because I'm I'm still kind of confused about the whole thing. I've apologized to Fox through Messenger and everything. Did the best I could, you know, the most sincere apology I could do. And it could be like just pure like ignorance to how Fox, I guess, works. You know, it could very well be like that, but I just
Simply cannot compare the builds, especially when it ends up making her feel pathetic and harder.
oh, and I don't ever try to make it feel like that. It's like just because like my build was different from hers doesn't mean her build isn't valid, you know? Like you're free to do whatever build you want to do and have fun with it. There's something like there's nothing wrong with it.
It affects her. She holds it in and overthinks it like a computer.
And maybe that's what all of it just boiled down to, you know? Maybe just a misunderstanding in that regard. And it sucks that it happened.
Information becomes so much. She becomes frustrated and made to feel pathetic, and she will fight that.
And she has no, like, reason to feel like she's pathetic, you know? Because she's not.
Especially if one is constantly reminded.
Yeah, I totally get that. And, yeah, she isn't, you know? It sucks that, it went down to that. It really does. And I didn't want it to end up like that.
And with an overflow of info and reminder that feeds that negative feedback, it builds up.
Yeah, and negativity builds on negativity. I try to be as positive as I can, just as a person. And I know, like, from Crow telling me that positivity doesn't really help Fox at all. Or at least it does the opposite for some odd, interesting reason. I was like, fair enough.
Anything will eventually end up as a reminder what she cannot do, or else it will continuously cost her. Especially in a game if one has no supplies.
Yeah, and thank goodness that, like, Fox and I moved on to New Game Plus 2, so then she can actually have said supplies.
And it requires her supplies to get through, or else she will get nowhere and then reminded she is invalid.
And she isn't. And I may not have, like, struggled as hard in Demon's Souls as her. But
You are explaining kinda what I wanted to explain, but like super scared to do so.
I suppose, because I'm also trying to choose, like, my words carefully, you know? I want to get my thoughts across as best I can without, you know, making a situation worse, like, you know.
Her and her build is a staple of a glass cannon, a staple of showing potential.
Yeah, and I totally get that. Like, I've always got, and I've,
Fear that staple away, and that is when it gets even worse.
yeah. Like, her, like, glass cannon build is fantastic. It helped me through my first playthrough of Demon's Souls. That's nothing to, like, scoff at. It was really good. And it helped me defeat Fool's Idol. and get both trophies in one go, which is awesome. It just sucks that her like first playthrough with that character was tougher than it should, you know? She didn't end up getting like a Shava's key.
Although I know some things she struggled with, and like I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
she's like a computer.
Yeah. Like everything has to be like exactly like
She takes in
perfect.
information, especially when it comes to games.
Yeah.
Especially platinums of certain games.
Right. Platinums haven't really been important to me. I just enjoy playing video games. I pretty much grew up playing video games as a kid. And platinuming games never really wasn't more important to me. I platinumed Dark Souls 3 like, ages ago. It wasn't because I wanted to, it almost felt like just to get out of the way.
There's her frustration of certain trophies, and she calculated and realized she would end up in NG plus 5 to get something, and
She really didn't need to be a New Game Plus 5 to get what's a Fool's Idol trophy? The one where you just straight up kill the Fool's Idol without hitting her doppelganger, right? Like, she totally didn't need to do that. I offered, like...
realizing that information was another key to setting her off, and honestly I don't blame her for that.
Yeah, I don't blame her for that either.
She told me her issues with the trophy.
Yeah, and like, I had offered to get the Insanity Catalyst, at least, so that all she had to worry about was getting the Homing Soul Mass spell.
The most she has been stuck in that boss fight is 45 minutes to 1 hour, sitting in one spot.
Again, like...
And it will drive anyone insane if you ask me.
Right, and I totally get that. Like, I've struggled with whenever I played the original Demon Souls, I struggled with Dragon God, because I didn't realize that it was a stealth mission, basically.
And realizing the issues of it and the calculations and getting through.
Right. See, I don't like playing video games and calculating everything. I don't like doing a min-max sort of ideal. That's just me. Because I'm just here enjoying a game that I've loved.
She would end up in NG plus 5, and that will destroy all chances of the trophy when she wants to clear it.
And from the way I
She's
see it,
very scientific fox.
right, she is. The way I've experienced Fool's Idol, you don't really need to be a New Game Plus 5 to beat her.
She's even getting a scientific degree.
That's very cool. I hope that goes really well for her.
Expected.
Right. She has a very, like, an analytical mind, and that's awesome. I do respect all of that.
Her drawings, she puts math and calculations into it.
Yeah, and I totally respect that.
Lots of calculations.
Yeah. I think to a point where it's, like, too much, maybe. Which is nothing wrong with it, of course. It just...
And she's
May-
heavily prone to overthink.
Yeah. And I get that. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like... It doesn't do anyone good, you know? Not even, like, for yourself, because then you're just kind of like...
This is exactly I wanted to explain.
And the
But
funny
I
thing...
just couldn't.
Yeah. Well, it's not that you couldn't, Crow. It was difficult to word, I would say. And it's definitely a subject that takes a lot to think about, but not too much, you know, because I've only known Fox for about maybe 3 years now.
Think of something like,
Mm.
have you ever put a Mentos in a Coke bottle?
Yes. It kind of just,
Seen how it blows up?
yup. Is that what Fox is like if she gets like too much information at once? And
That is how information works with Fox if it overflows and she overlooks the flaws and outcomes. Feedback as well.
yeah.
She overthinks it at night especially.
Yeah, oh, that's why she never gets any sleep.
Her mind is constantly thinking.
I get that. Well, maybe it wasn't. Okay, so that explains a lot about the situation.
But she does focuses on it enough in boom.
Yeah. Maybe, like, for all of that, it kind of, again, as you said,
She
it
is
built up.
extremely hostile at times.
Yeah. But yeah, that explains a lot of why, I guess, in a sense, she lashed out. I mean, out of nowhere. Not even, like, in voice chat. It was through, like, party. Like, just the text and all that. And plus, like, I wasn't, like...
And it builds when she starts to gain from the feedback of believing, pathetic build, and, invalid.
And yeah, again, I never insinuated that her build was pathetic or invalid or anything
It
like
was
that.
voice chat.
It wasn't, like, voice chat, I just kind of made, like, the observation that her build's really good at range
It
and
could be
magic.
the worst demon screeches you ever hear.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I've heard her, like, joking demon screeches that she does. And majority of the time I've heard happy fox noises. It just... It sucks that
Joking screeches are different.
joking screeches are different. Like, she goes like, ah!
From her demon screeches.
Yeah. You heard the, ah! That's kind of screech.
But it will build up. And her family doesn't help.
Right, Crow kind of filled me in on what kind of goes on. Which, just, that's even worse.
I heard some negativity from her family.
Yeah. Yeah, Crow told me a lot about, like, a little bit about what's said to her and whatnot. It sucks. Like, no one should be treated like that.
The info and realizations of thinking she did to improve became a disaster. That alone is too much.
Yeah.
Add her family issues. That makes it more disastero.
It does. And as I said, no one should be treated like that, especially by their family. You know? It sucks.
So if you expect her to say sorry, that will set her off in a different way.
Oh, I don't expect her to apologize for anything like that. You know, I'm going to simply just wait and see if she wants to talk. Because I don't want to lose a friend like that, you know? Over something that could have been avoided. You know?
She told me all the times she was forced to say sorry even if she wasn't involved in anything when she grew up, and all the stuff she had.
I'm not, like, expecting her to apologize for anything like that. Like, especially, like, if it's something
As a
that...
kid, it affected her.
Yeah. She just needs time, and I get that.
It's a lot, and especially when she was threatened a lot.
Yeah. That's why, like, after I saw the,
Hold on.
Oh, sure.
Phone call.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Excuse me. Nice.
I would be happy to lighten you. Rest assured, your goods are safe and best of luck to you. Best of luck to you.
I can forge weapons for you. Do come back alive.
Then touch soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. May thy strength.
Hmm.
Then touch soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. Heart, may thy
Nice. Nice. Hello, hello. Nice. Nice. I love this area. Tower of Letra. The music is so good. What's up, Crow?
I wonder if something happened.
All I can do is hope for the best. Miko will pop back on, I'm sure.
I am an idiot.
Oh, what makes you say that, Miko?
I left my work card at the hospital.
Oh. Okay. Okay, Miko, that doesn't make you an idiot. Everyone, I'm sure, has misplaced stuff like that.
The thing
At
I
least
need
once.
to work because I work in a library.
Ah, fair. I take it you enjoy that, like working in a library like that.
I needed to get into the building.
Right.
And needed to lock the building too.
Fair. Dang, I died, but that's okay. I just mistimed the roll on that one. That's okay. I can get there again. Huh. Let's try that.
So, I will get it later.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Oh yeah. So, let me think. Oh yeah, I was about to say like the posts you made a few days, maybe 2 days ago, was it? About like why Fox is upset. I posted my side of things.
Fox is like a computer.
Yes, Fox is like a computer, and then I was about to say that I posted like this huge paragraph of like what my perspective on everything was during that time.
It isn't
And-
just one thing either that will take effect. Other things will get into
Oh,
factor.
Yeah, and I figured like as we were talking about this, I figured there was a lot of things that ended up just building up on top of it. So,
And things will trigger other responses.
right.
Memories of things, and if she is expected like an apology.
Right, and I don't expect her to apologize or anything like that. I just hope that her and I can talk again. And kind of like not pretend it didn't happen, just like move past it. You know?
Since she was forced to that, especially told me how in the past her family would threaten to put her in a Christian school.
Ugh. Yeah, it's like she doesn't have to apologize or anything like that. It was just a dumb situation that
Christian school with people who already called her the public school.
See, I never liked schools like that. I never been to one, thank God. But just that elitist attitude is dumb.
That will make a huge response in pure negative light that affects her even today.
Yeah, it's just it's not worth like all of that, you know? No one should be treated like that.
And her family wants her to have no weakness.
And which is not okay. Showing
She
him,
will do everything to show no weakness in most cases.
and you know, you shouldn't be viewed as weak for showing like emotion like that.
Especially when her family got COVID and she was alone.
Right, and it's like, and they
She
don't,
refused to show weakness.
well, and that, like,
And
she,
it's because her family made her that way.
I know, and like, you know, she deserves to be her own person. And she did, like, a really good job at taking care of her family. Even, like, to the point of, like, even dealing with the loss of her grandmother, that's insane.
She had been beaten like a red-headed stepchild for stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm. And, like, it's not, that's, no one should be treated like that. And no one's weak for showing, like, emotion or vulnerability. It makes you stronger, you know? That you're willing
She
to,
spent
like,
$18,000 on her family during the time.
ay vey. And doesn't get, wow, she doesn't get any thanks in return. Just treated like she's less than human. Which, like, that's,
People need to show no weakness.
mm-hmm.
It has become a part of her in a way, and you cannot tear that away easily.
No, it's
Which is why
been,
she will end up very defensive.
yeah, and I understand that. I've been, like, defensive on my own too if someone points out something that is a flaw within myself. I get defensive for sure. Everyone does.
And her defenses kick in.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, basically the one thing I hope for,
Also why she can be extremely hostile.
yeah, and I don't fault her on that. I don't fault her on anything like that. I just hope that her and I can talk at some point. You know?
And her being like a computer doesn't help.
No. Fox isn't a machine. Like, she shouldn't have to act like one, you know? She's a human being. She's a fox.
Because computers will look at flaws to override and correct it, but it cannot always be corrected.
Right? Nothing's perfect.
And that causes an overflow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I don't know what it was that pretty much ended up her to feel like she should be like a computer, but it doesn't.
Negative factors into a major overflow.
Yeah.
And honestly, I understand how she feels because I can connect to that.
Yeah. I sadly can't because I never was brought up like that.
Overthinking, overworked, keeping the factors intact at all cost.
Yeah.
It's even my job.
Right. Well, yeah, because you work in a library, you have to make sure all the like books and everything are where they're supposed to be, and being like
Work
brought
as a
back on time.
librarian and I deal with lots of idiots being stupid in libraries.
I mean, I work at fast food and I deal with people who are dumb and rude. So I have to put on a smile and
Anything out of place will cost me.
yeah. So yeah, I have to. We both have our own like stressors.
The only upside about my job,
Is that it's nice and quiet.
I can hide and people struggle to find me.
Ah, yeah. Fair enough. You definitely could. And hearing me saying that I would enjoy the being in, like around the quiet, you know.
Because I will say, make it difficult for some people to find me because good employees are hard to find.
Exact. Ah, agreed.
And many times I don't want to deal with dumb crap.
Right. I totally get that. I totally get that.
But the overworked, overthinking, all of that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it will set me off.
Right. Like.
And I connect to Fox in that way.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know. I also get that too. Like if I take too much stress in myself, I'll
Fox can
explode.
connect to many people, so responses will affect others too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I don't take like a deep breath and like just relax a bit, then I could also explode too.
Even Crow can agree to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true. I can agree to it. Ironically, I am known as Mikolash, host of the Nightmare Online,
Oh, that's awesome.
and I happen to work in a library and be somewhat gothic.
That's awesome, dude. You keep it with the brand name. That's awesome. And that's how you defeat Fool's Idol. Without hitting any of her doppelgangers.
Back to the issue.
Yeah, back to the issue.
I saw earlier that Maria was mentioned.
Yeah, she and Crow are in like a group chat with myself, and we were discussing like the whole Fox situation. And I was being as understanding in Fox's position as I could, and the way Maria was like messaging was like it's as if I didn't know what Demon Souls was.
Maria can relate to Fox, and apparently she had an issue with the builds in the past.
Right, and for me, like, builds don't really matter. Yeah, sometimes they make certain things easier, but that's all they are. Like, they're different
Go
playstyles.
to hyper mode builds.
Right, and it's like, I feel like, okay, my perspective on hyper mode builds and glass cannon builds, it takes away the fun, in my opinion. Like, not saying it's a wrong way to play, it just, from my perspective on all of it, it takes away the fun of making a build and just going with it. But anyways, like, I felt like I was being treated like an idiot from Maria, like she was talking down to me that I didn't understand, like, which I do. And it sucks.
I can forge weapons.
But it's not worth getting frustrated to the point where you it's a situation that can easily be avoided, you know? And we don't have to like lose friends in the process.
Maria believed you were calling Fox pathetic on her choices.
No, I never insinuated any of that. And for the fact that Maria would think that,
Where the conflict began with that.
and okay, and what I have to say to that is that I never insinuated that Fox's build was pathetic or invalid or anything like that. The fact that Maria would think I would insinuate that is ignorant on her behalf. She clearly doesn't really know me as a person, because that was the first time she really talked to me. You know?
Crow showed me the conversation.
Yeah.
And so I analyzed it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about all of it?
I can forge weapons.
Maria was mainly getting defensive on Fox's behalf because apparently Maria had a conflict with someone like this before.
Right.
At
So
least
may-
in the PS3 era time.
Right, okay. And here's what I have to say about the difference between the PS5 version and the PS3 version, because I played both of them. The PS3 version is a pain in the ass, especially in the swamp, because you have no like way to like move normally in the swamp. So thankfully Bluepoint fixed that, so it completely negates the original struggle, but it adds to the fact of
Really sparked something with Maria, and seeing that Fox felt hostile about it. It caused a chain reaction in a way.
yeah, and so that helps everything in general because now I feel like it's not entirely my fault. It just sucks. This whole situation does. And I did like my absolute best to not get antagonistic.
And Maria can take a lot of things, and she is kinda like Fox. She doesn't normally let it get to her unless it is affecting she cares about. And that is when the train turns to a wreck.
Yeah. And yeah, like the whole conversation, I was like,
Reaction.
yeah. And throughout the whole like conversation, I did my absolute best to like be the understanding type of person, but then now like Maria was treating me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And yeah, it could be a part of like ignorance to like what like Fox's signs, but I was just playing the video game because I wanted to enjoy a game that Fox and I enjoyed. You know, the whole point of me getting a PS5 was to play Demon's Souls with her. You know? So the whole fact of the whole situation ended up being like that, I ended up feeling like, then what's the point of me having a PS5 and having Demon's Souls if I'm not going to co-op with a really good friend? You know? It just kind of hurt me a little bit. Not to the point of like I'm upset or like angry with her. I just kind of like, what the heck? You know?
The touch, soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Keep in mind, Fox's character's situation wasn't in the best either.
Right, and I totally understand that. She killed all of her like merchant NPCs. Okay, hold on. And then with all that, to get the foes ring, all you have to do is kill like Yurt and maybe the soldiers, this little soldier here, to get your character pure black tendency. And then you do Mephistopheles' quest for killing Saint Urbane and his like followers, Sage Frake and his followers, then Bjor and Ostrava, then Uria and Patches. She didn't have to kill all the other like vendors or anything like that. That's at least like what I perceived when what she was talking about. But then we're at New Game Plus 2, so it completely runs that null and void. You know?
She explained her lack of supplies and everything. And it takes time to save some NPCs.
Yeah. But after you played like Demon's Souls for a long time, you realize you don't have to save everyone. Like, she told me about the whole Ostrava issue that she ended up saving all of his like instances where he needed help, but she never ended up getting the mausoleum key on the stairs before the second to final boss. which sucks. And then New Game 1, I think she ended up just killing Ostrava. Or, no, New Game 2, she ended up killing Ostrava. I guess
Although
both.
still trying to build up supplies and trying to get through when you have to be very careful.
Yeah. Heck, like, my character had to also, like, be careful. Because,
She told me she hasn't really been able to get proper supplies farming either.
right, because, you know, farming in Demon Souls is a lot more annoying than, let's say, Bloodborne. Because Bloodborne, it's so easy to farm for bullets, blood vials, and etc.
I can assume your character didn't have to worry about being one-shotted though.
Yeah, for my first build, okay, here's something about me that I just tend to do. I always start as a knight character in every Souls game. And I always level my vitality, my endurance, my strength, and faith. I always end up being a faith build in some shape or form because that's usually what I go for.
Which
And
she
I
had to worry about.
yes, and I totally understand that. So my build was made to survive the entirety of Demon Souls. And even with this character, my Dex build that you're seeing right now, I'm still leveling up vitality because I want my character to survive. I don't like the amount of damage I do doesn't matter when all I have to do is focus on surviving a boss fight or surviving up until said boss fight, you know? I'm an idiot. I rolled on the okay. There we go. But yeah. That's just me as a Souls game vet. I always build survivability before I worry about damage, or at least I do it at the same time. Because, yeah, like my build is 20 vitality, 15 endurance, 14 strength, 20 dex.
Although if she doesn't have the supplies because she told me her build is magic, she won't be able to get anywhere.
Yeah, because you needed, what was it? All the spices, like fresh spice or aged spice. Mostly aged spice, to be fair. Because of her using magic. And I had to do the same thing. I had to get aged spice and etc.
Save an NPC and make it quit, but her tendency made it harder.
I think this is what I normally do.
Calculated and found out she lost 600,000 souls from it.
Ugh.
600,000 souls she could have put 2 items.
Yeah.
And that triggered a response. She does calculate what she gains and loses in games.
Yeah. Which I don't overthink stuff like that. That's just me personally, of course. And it's just a video game. And from what I understand, Fox already, she just platinum Demon Souls, correct?
She takes games to another level of things.
Yeah.
Not just Soulsborne but also games like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah.
The things she is capable of that game.
Yeah.
No death runs. No hit runs on hardest difficulty. Especially in Chain of Memories.
See, doing that would just make me go insane. So I don't worry about stuff like that.
Who wants to be known as skilled?
I mean, I view her as already skilled in video games. She doesn't have to do any of that to prove that, you know? But I get that she wants to do that, and that's fair.
Some
But
people have a thing for it.
That's fair. I guess when it comes to, like, with friends and such,
Platinum Spyro the Dragon in 12 hours from what I remember.
yeah, and then she platinumed frickin' Ratchet and Clank in like 4 days.
Another game recently in 4 days.
Yep, Ratchet and Clank, the newest one. Yep. And like, okay, from like a perspective,
Player, multiplayer, she wants to be skilled.
yeah, and for myself, you, Crow, and I'm assuming Lady Maria, she doesn't have to prove any of that, especially to her friends, because her friends already know how capable she is in video games, you know?
Especially games she recognizes and is very familiar with.
Oh, and that's fair.
You have multiple kinds of gamers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can forge weapons for you. You come back alive.
The touch, soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Art may thy
I guess just my perspective on it is that Fox doesn't need to prove her skill to me or any of her friends, you know?
I believe a key factor of her proving her skill is also because she has been treated like trash where she is.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't only apply to games. This
Mhm.
applies to other things.
Yeah.
Drawing both paper and computer. Sewing. Cooking. Photography, writing. Crafting. Prop making. Everything.
Yeah.
And music.
Yeah.
Let us not forget about music.
Yes.
She did say she played piano since age 3 or 4.
Yeah, I do remember her mentioning that.
Clarinet, which she loves her pup sticking his head in the end of the clarinet when she makes a sound from it. And DJ work, which I heard her DJ before actually.
Yeah. I assume it sounds amazing.
It was when her Vita worked with PlayStation Party back in 2018.
Fair.
She is really good at what she does, but her music is done completely by memory.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
she proves her skill in any way she can.
Yeah, and I'm not denying that she is a very talented person or anything like that. She is an amazing person.
Because it seems where she is. If you have no skill, you are nothing. And her family and others push that.
And that's the issue I have with that. It's like...
And apparently Seattle is known for their musicians, and so she has to prove that too.
And she doesn't need to prove anything like that.
It literally seems like it's a part of her state, to be very good at stuff.
What's the matter?
I know she told me she even had to do filmmaking for a class, and she was in tough situations where people kicked her out of groups and disc.
Ay.
But she proved that to them all.
That's good.
Also kind of dumb of those people to discard her if she has been in filming school or camp since she was in elementary.
Exactly. It's like, that's their own dang fault. For underestimating her and all that.
She told me she was able to do everything alone and it was extensive but got straight A's, which if she did not get straight A, she would G.
Mm-hmm.
So where she is.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to prove to have skill is big.
Yeah. Which, where I'm at, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know. Again, Fox is an amazing, talented person. It just sucks that she seems to be forced to do the absolute best with no fail at
I
all.
think Seattle is one of the most expensive cities in the world.
That
That's
and
what I saw in a YouTube video of expensive cities.
yeah, there's that and there's Las Vegas. Crow knows that very well.
Crow. I feel for you too.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas is very expensive.
Yeah. Because
I
that...
hate it.
I know you do, buddy. I'm hoping the absolute best for you, but Crow.
And to live in expensive cities. You must prove yourself and show your skills.
Yeah.
Fox and Crow struggle with that.
Mm-hmm. And it sucks.
That is totally an understatement there.
In Crow's sense, it's like a fight for survival.
Struggle is not a strong enough word. Practically dying and having to prove your worth.
Yeah. And that's... Honestly, that's no way to live. Because it sucks pretty much all the life out of you, you know?
Trust me. I have ideas of it.
Yeah.
I live in LA.
Mm-hmm. And I live in Wisconsin, or Milwaukee, I should say.
But I am good at writing and do commission work. I get
Yeah.
good money with the commission work, and because I can hide in a library. I don't age.
That's fair.
Librarians are smart and enough is said.
Exactly.
The knowledge in our workplace. You should go for a library job, Crow.
You should. That'd be awesome.
Although you might turn into an owl instead of a crow.
It's... There can be such thing as a wise crow.
I will probably look later.
Yeah.
It's 111 francs right now.
Oh god.
I think it's like 84 here.
I'm gonna say it's like about, I want to say 70 here.
But I live in LA. Other people has to prove themselves.
Yeah.
I proved my work with organizing and things essential to being a librarian.
Yeah.
Now I can just hide in the library from people.
The dream.
But Crow and Fox don't have that.
No, sadly.
Although working in a library, you will have to like books. Chance you will not be hired if you don't like books.
Aw, dang, I died. That's okay.
Obviously.
Probably gonna save this character for now.
Point of working in a library if you don't like books.
Right, it's like it kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Seriously.
Let's see. I'm going to load one of my other characters I have. Let's load in this character, New Game Plus 2. It's going to take a bit of a break from my Dex build, and I'm going to show off my my Knight build here. At level 125.
But some places, especially in big cities, expensive big cities, you must prove your worth and skill.
And there's where all the stress kind of builds up.
And having to prove becomes a big part of people's lives if they are stuck in a place like that. And lot is expected.
Yep, I'm that good.
I know Japan has a big issue with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like from what I understand, like Japan is like pretty tough to live in too.
You must be top notch in everything.
Yeah. Like your handwriting must be like really good too.
Especially the respect and honor thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this applies to other places even if they don't realize it.
Yep.
Like Seattle, LA, and Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas, you are either great at school and have intelligence.
Mm-hmm. And there's the R1 spam. Hmm. Oh well.
Did my other comment go in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the one where it's the first one was you said in LA in Las Vegas you're either like intelligent and you went to school, but I'm not sure if that was a continuation to that one. Welcome whoever just joined the stream.
My other comment is not going in.
Which one?
You are either intelligent or you are good at F asterisk asterisk king.
Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah.
Or strong.
That too. Or all three somehow?
Strong because of security guards.
Right.
We have lots of casinos.
Yeah. It's like almost an absurd amount.
I prefer to be intelligent because I am not too strong.
Right.
Prostitute life is a hell no to me.
Yeah. It's like, no thanks. Mhm.
That is the only way here in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Oh, and also drug dealing,
right, and which is like an absolute
which
no.
is also a no for me.
Yeah,
My neighbors are drug dealers,
yeah. I remember, like you told me that.
and they get very annoying.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't blame you for being annoyed. Yeah, hopefully someday, Crow, that you'll be able to
Two
move somewhere
actions will
different.
literally ruin your life.
Yeah, that's why I think. Well, Mikolash and I probably think that you being a librarian would be best.
The other option, being strong, is not an option either because I am kinda weak.
Mm, I'm not the strongest either, buddy.
And so intelligence in school is my only option.
Right.
Or else it is end up homeless and dead.
Yeah, and that's no. That's a no. That's a definite no for you. Um, Best case scenario, Crow, is that you'll be able to get out of Las Vegas and live somewhere more like affordable with the help of like your schooling and whatnot.
Probably cooked well done on the streets because it's too damn hot here and the sidewalks are like 200 francs.
Yeah. So yeah, best case scenario is that you're out of Las Vegas thanks to your schooling and being a history teacher at some point. That's what we can hope for. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a stream for tonight.
Like I think 80 franc in temperature turns sidewalk temperature to 120 francs.
Yeah, it's ugh.
And it hit like 111 francs, about 120 francs a while ago.
Oh god.
Yeah, the sidewalks had to be 200 francs.
Oh my god, dude. That's too hot. That's way too hot. Like, we get humidity here, but ugh, the dry heat
I'd
sucks.
rather not be a dead crow and be cooking on the sidewalk.
Right, it's, yeah, you'd rather not do that. What's on your mind, Miko?
I don't want to be a crow roast.
I know you don't, buddy. Fingers crossed that you won't end up being like a roasted crow, which is very morbid.
I did not realize how hot the sidewalks would get.
Yeah. That's why you, went ... there, Miko.
And even at night it stays hot.
Oy vey, dude. But yeah, I'm gonna be calling it a stream for right now, guys. I'll probably be back streaming.
At least the sun isn't cooking you though, but the heat in the air is always there.
Yeah. But I'm thinking tomorrow around 7:30ish, 7:40, give or take. I'll continue the stream. Maybe stream something different. Probably stream,
Subject.
yeah.
But you have a better understanding of the issues sparked?
I do, yes. I have a better, like, rounded understanding of what had built up, I suppose. And I'm just hoping that things can go back to the way they were.
And about every factor.
Yeah. Thank goodness I got that kind of understood. Again, I'm just hoping things can go back to the way they were, where, like, Fox and I can still talk.
Mikolash explains things better.
Yeah. You were right about that, Crow. But, I mean, I'll take either you or Miko to kind of help me understand the situation.
Later.
Yeah. Yeah, best of luck. Keep me
I
informed.
need to get my work card.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Keep me informed, Miko, on Messenger. And Crow, I'll keep in touch with you as best I can through PlayStation.
Don't want to forget about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be important. But yeah, until then, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining the stream. And everything. Laters, everyone.
Do my best.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you guys later.